We're going to definitely go live.
Not a touchscreen.
Here we go.
And
we got a bit of a glare. Oh, much better.
Much
better. See,
much better. She's all like decked in her. Hike your boobs up, would you, woman?
Because when you sit down, sometimes they rub on your belly because they're hanging so low. Do your boobs hang low? Do they want to
just put them up on top of the table?
Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over shoulder?
You can do all the above.
Like a continental shoulder. Do your boobs hang low?
Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's Flock Around the Table. Never guess, huh?
We're flopping on the table is what we're doing today.
Oh, is that good? Flop around the table.
Flopping on the table.
You know, there are times, though, I have to admit. Isn't it terrible? You're sitting and you're like all of a sudden, and then you literally want to just.
Well, because they're just too, it's too much. It's just too much.
Yeah.
And you just need to take a load off. Just plop them on the table for a little bit.
Good morning, Elaine. How are you? Yeah.
Happy October 22nd.
Yes. And episode number 165.
Hold my hair.
And I did. Did you see the picture? If you look out on Instagram this morning, we were taking her picture.
I went like this and my hair is doing this. And so she's like, I'm going to hold your hair.
It wasn't a head injury or anything. I'm the one that gets those. She doesn't get those.
Not yet.
Well, not yet. Anyway.
Not yet. Come on. Knock on some wood there.
Yeah, we're still fighting about that bill and everything else. So, yeah, I digress if I go back into that. I get angry. Like this week.
Don't get angry.
Well, it's funny that you say don't get angry. I'm sure I'd spit this out, but I'll spit it out again. So go get your coffee if you've heard the story about my antidepressant that I forgot to bring enough on the last cruise. So I decided.
I didn't know that. You haven't told them this story because I haven't heard it.
Oh, yeah.
She's just told the story to other friends and thinks she's told you guys.
I've been on Effexor since my bariatric surgery because the hot flashes kind of came back, and it's
sure. And like I don't want to do this again. Come on, people.
So they put me on this to help with the weight. Anyway, so I've been on it for years.
Okay.
And I'm not a depressive nature person.
I was going to say, no, you're not.
It's in the family, but as a rule, I'm not. And I thought, well, I'm not because I'm on the Effexor. Well, long story short, I didn't bring enough on the last cruise. And I ran out on like Tuesday, and we didn't get off the cruise to come home until Saturday. So I'm looking it up thinking, okay, should I not take it on Tuesday, take it on Thursday, then take it on Saturday? And then I got to thinking, maybe I should just get off of it.
Wean yourself off of
it.
But
not wean. I actually cold turkey, which you're not supposed to do.
Yeah, don't do that.
And make sure you speak to your medical professional to work with it. I just happen to have a medical professional right next to me in the room. So we discussed it, and I said to her, "What do you think?" And she says, "Well, give it a shot and see how it goes." So if
I want to kill you more than normal, I'll let you know.
Yes, right. And I did. And there were times that to this day. So I went off of it, and I've been off of it, and I've been.
So you've been off of it?
Oh yeah, I'm pretty much over the withdrawal symptoms.
Okay. All right.
Okay. I'm not as. Every once in a while, I get this down feeling that you get.
Yeah.
But that's just in general, and I had it even on the Effexor. So I started taking this lemon balm, which is a natural thing they say is supposed to work like a antidepressant. So I don't even know why I was telling this story.
I don't either. I can't remember.
I can't either remember why.
You were saying something about weaning yourself off or getting.
See, I think now the dementia's kicking in.
Oh, bullshit. Fuck, if you have dementia, so do I, because I'm normally right there with your thought process.
It probably had something to do with her hair.
Probably.
Anyway. And it's
Maggie's in the house, by the way, so we're international.
Mags.
Hi, Mags. And we also have Rhinebeck, New York. Isn't Rhinebeck going on, or is it?
Oh, yeah, maybe it is. Isn't it this weekend? Or is it this weekend coming up?
I don't know.
I know my phone's over there.
I've been so busy with my normal work and with the Etsy shop that I don't pay attention to it anymore.
Yeah, I have to admit I didn't pay any attention. Well, I knew it wasn't going, so everybody.
One of you guys, let us know when Rhinebeck is going on.
I think it's this coming weekend.
Could it be?
Yeah, I think it's this coming weekend. But there's a lot of yarn shops running specials, Rhinebeck specials, that aren't going to Rhinebeck because they want you to buy their yarn. Anyway, I don't know why I got on this story about the affixer and her hair or anything, but no, I'm not on it. But every once in a while, I was going to tell you about the week. When I get angry or when something sets me off, it's immediate. There's nothing. And I remember I'm 70 years old. My filters have kind of departed as well.
They're gone.
So when I get angry, it's an instant anger and it's not as easy to get over it. But this week,
I have that to look forward to.
Oh yeah, just wait.
That's fucking awesome.
Menopause is and I blame menopause for everything. I got my diabetes. No, it's not my pancreas. Not that stuff didn't work. No, it's menopause.
It's menopause.
Because we go through it and it's different for every woman and they can't fix it because it's different because our hormones are so different. Long story short, I get in this good mood like this morning and I set the phone down and my stupid husband says to me, I'm like, call my phone. I can't find my phone. Well, don't you think you should put it down? I put it down in the same place I always put it down, but I picked it up to move. And then I went to go get something for Sue and I set it down and I can't remember where I set it down. He goes, well, what did you go get for Sue? I don't remember.
Just call my fucking phone.
Just call it. In 4 times we finally
give me your phone and I'll call my phone if you're not going to call it.
Right. Well, and then on the other hand, I turned it way down because my stupid sensor, if I sleep on it, sometimes it'll set it off. And it wakes me up in the middle of the night. And I know on Saturday nights, I can't turn my phone off because I have to get up to come here. So anyway, long story short, it's just been a mess, whatever. So now I'm on lemon balm and I thought about St. John's wort, but I don't have enough information as to whether or not St. John's wort will interfere with the Manjaro. You have to be careful with medications and how this stuff goes. Lemon balm's pretty good, I guess. It's okay. It's supposed to help you sleep, but I haven't noticed it helping me sleep. So I'm like, how is it going to help anxiety? Because it's supposed to chill you out, right? How is it going to elevate my mood if I'm sleeping? I guess because you don't care if you're in a bad mood if you're sleeping.
If you're sleeping, you wouldn't know if you were in a bad mood.
So it wouldn't make any difference.
Yeah.
Okay. So I guess. All right, we'll get off that subject.
I mean, unless you have like nightmares because you're in such a bad mood.
No, but during the withdrawal, it was really tough. I did have some strange
dreams.
Yeah, because something would clear, because you clean out. It's like going through your file cabinet and throwing the old files away. When you're sleeping at night, your brain goes into the file box and it just pips the stuff that, that's how sometimes you wake up or you think you remember something from 45 years ago and you have no idea where that came from. Yeah. Because you're like, why would I suddenly remember that? That's why this happened 45 years ago. Why would that fall into my brain? Because they got to that file.
Because you got rid of something else, and then now this is brought to the forefront.
Well, yeah, you were pulling the file. You ever do that with your recipes? I'm sure you do that when you clean. Well, you don't have a recipe box, but you guys probably do.
I do have a recipe box.
Yeah, but you do everything. You just know how to do everything.
Okay, well, all right. For the most part, if I'm cooking.
Right.
I do just kind of go by the seat of my pants.
Right.
Especially if it's something that I've made over and over and over and over and over again. Because I'm 52 years old. I've been
rhubarb jam.
I did make raspberry rhubarb jam yesterday. I have never made raspberry rhubarb jam. So I went online and I looked at a few different ways of going about it. And it varied greatly from how much rhubarb, how much raspberries, how much sugar, what kind of pectin to use. And I'm just doing freezer jam, guys. I'm not canning or anything. And so I thought, well, it seems like it's pretty whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
So I just put in the rhubarb that I had in the freezer, in a pan with some lemon juice and some sugar, a little bit of sugar, like maybe I'd say I had like 5 cups of rhubarb.
Okay.
And I probably put in a cup of sugar.
Okay. It's not overly sweet and it's not overly tart either.
Well, but then I put in like 10 cups of raspberries.
Okay. Well,
After I cooked down the rhubarb, because I don't want big chunks of rhubarb. I like the flavor, but not necessarily the big, yeah. So I cooked that down. So it was basically just a slurry.
Okay.
Basically a slurry.
Whatever
then I added all of my
is.
fresh raspberries and maybe 3 cups of sugar.
I gotta show you what you put.
Oh yeah. Well, I had some empty mason jars, little raspberry, little jelly jars. But I didn't have enough. And so I keep jars. I keep jars.
But you didn't even take well, it's very deceptive. See, no one will go in and seal it or try it. So
because it says it's sweet orange marmalade.
Now, Gail, my sister, loves orange marmalade. So
well, she was expecting orange marmalade. It's the wrong color.
Be like, hey!
She'd be like, this is spoiled.
Well, when she brought the jar out, she goes, "Oh, I made this. Would you like to try it?" And I said, "Sure, let's try it." She said, and I'm looking at the top, going, "The top of that Smucker's bottle is orange." And then I said, "I thought you said you made it." And she goes, "No, I just put it in."
I just put it in that jar.
So they make good orange.
She had some. She said she liked it.
It's really good.
I did.
It's not overly sweet. It's not overly tart. One bite, like on the bread, I tasted more of the raspberry.
Yep.
But when I kind of spooned it out of the jar, I got a little more.
Took a little just of that.
Yeah, just to take another taste test. Can't speak. Don't get off your antidepressants either. You can't talk. Jeez Louise.
But then, like my spice mixtures, those are exact measurements because I want them to be the same every time. So that is a cup of this, a half a cup of that.
All right. Well, I guess so.
And I have a recipe box right over there, right underneath my plugin that I have to go to because I don't have those memorized.
Okay.
And Tori asked me if I would start writing down some of my favorite things, my spaghetti.
Oh, it's a good idea.
So those are written down for her. They're not for me. They're for her.
Yeah. Well, because of the many years, Mom had all of these in a notebook in the page protectors that she had cut out from the newspaper.
Oh, sure.
And so she kept those recipes, and Gail has most of those because she does most of the cooking. I don't do any cooking or anything. So I never do too much cooking. Another day. Look what I'm doing. Doing another ghost.
To another ghost.
Now, if you're on the Carnival Pride, leaving Rome and going to Tampa, starting next Saturday, I leave Wednesday. Anyway, you can look around for a little ghost, or if you know somebody who's going to be on the Carnival Pride.
So fucking cute, guys.
Yeah, be cute. Okay, I think I showed you the little ghost, but look what the little ghost has. A little duck. And Sue put little lobster claws on him. So now you have a progress keeper or whatever.
Stitch marker, progress keeper, whichever.
Isn't that
craft
going
you're
to
doing.
be the cutest on the ship? Oh,
yeah, because they're still finding a duck. At least they're still finding a duck.
At first I was going to write something like, I know you thought you wanted a duck, but sorry, I'm a ghost. It ain't me. Something like that. Something happy Halloween. So I thought this was, and then when I saw the little guys, I thought, okay, now they're going to find the duck.
Yeah.
And it's just what happens. The ghost found the duck and they found the ghost and the duck. Because I was showing Sue, like, here's what happens on Carnival Cruises. People actually make these cards up. Okay, this is from the celebration, and they attach them. And you're supposed to go to Facebook. You can follow them on Ducks Hidden, and you can go to Facebook and put a picture of it and then hide it again. Now, this one I'm going to hide. But I'm going to just put a note on the back saying, hey, I don't do Facebook. So if you want to take a picture of it and say you got it on this ship, and it was originally on that ship, or get a hold of them. anyhow, these people were from Kentucky. Isn't that pretty cool? Yeah, from all
Fun.
over. Fun. So, but I'm going to put flock around the table on these because this is really a flock around the table thing, you know. And I glued the hat down. These are hats that I got. There's a stick in there. He's got to stick up his butt.
He's got to stick up his butt.
But he's really nice. He's not a bad stick up his butt person.
No.
But isn't that just the cutest?
That is very cute.
So if you're on the Carnival Pride, look me up. I'll be upstairs probably knitting away. Or if you know someone who's going to be on the Carnival Pride,
tell them to look for the ghosts.
Don't go on the internet and say, hey, somebody's hiding ghosts and ducks. Don't do that. Don't warn them ahead of time. Let them find it out. And then you can go, ha, ha, ha. I already knew.
Just do it on the sly. She won't know. Just,
That's true. But don't. Let them find them. Yeah. And I'm kind of hoping because they did redo this ship. It went into dry dock. And I know I told you about David. And I don't even know if it's David. But it's some dude who's like standing at the front of the fancy restaurant on deck 10 that you see. He's got a leaf on top of his groin.
Yeah.
You get to watch his butt while you eat.
Yeah.
And whoever the sculptor was did a great job on the butt.
You sent us a picture of that.
I know, but I don't know if they ever saw it. I think this would be too cute to stick between the leaf.
I think so.
On the groin thing. I really thought that would be
I think that would be.
I think it'd be excellent.
Freaking fantastic.
I think so too. The only thing is, it is kind of tall. I might have to go up and get a chair. So we'll have to kind of see. I might have to do it in the middle of the night when no one's around.
Or just find,
I can get a tall person. Maybe that'll do it.
Your steward.
Yeah, those guys. But I hate to ask them to leave their neighborhood because then if their boss comes and doesn't understand they're doing the errand for you.
Well, like the art lady that was on our cruise. What was her name? Hannah? She was in the art gallery. Little blonde gal.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
She would have done that.
In a heartbeat. And
just find the ones
because they're carnival employees or celebrity employees. They have to follow the same guidelines, but they're employed by the art people that are renting the space. Whoever you. I'm sure I can find someone to take and put my little guy up on Dave. Yeah. I'm just hoping David's still there. I don't even know. Maybe they took him down.
Maybe they got complaints about people looking at his ass while they're eating.
The first thing is you get on these glass elevators and you turn around and you look down because you're going up in these elevators because you get on deck 2. And so to go up to your rooms, you get on this elevator and then you look up and you see this guy standing there with the leaf on it. And when they did that 20 years ago or 15, 20 years ago, that was like the style. It's very, I guess. Greek, I guess. And they didn't even go to Greece back then. Now they do. So, and then I had my hair done on Friday.
Well, Caesar's Palace doesn't go to Greece either, but they have naked statues with fig leaves on them all over the place.
Oh, yeah, it's true. They know. I love that. Isn't that kind of like a Baroque period? Maybe they better for Rixon. So anyhow, so I'm working on another one and I'll do another one. So Sue gave me 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can do 4 ducks to get out there. I can sew them on.
5.
5. 5. So I'll 5 done because I'd have to get too many more. I got to get stuff. But yeah, I am all ready for Halloween. I'm going to take this shirt on the cruise. I don't know if I'll wear it on going, but it's definitely cruise. And I'm thinking we're leaving in December on the 4th and we get back on the 14th. And I'm thinking of getting on Temu or Shine or one and getting all Christmas shirts, holiday shirts and wear a new one every day.
Every day. That would be perfect.
How fun would that be? I mean, really fun, like very Christmas. So
yeah, what are we going to do in May?
I don't know.
Because I think we should coordinate. I think we should wear the same thing every day. We should be coordinating like this stupid husband and wife that wears the I'm with her, she's with her.
that and on this last one that we were on, and I think
we need to do that. We need
she
to do.
made him suits, say
Oh.
out of duck material, and she had a dress.
Oh my God.
Yeah, he had jacket,
We should wear all
pants.
duck shit.
Wouldn't that be fun?
It would be funnier than fuck.
Oh my God, what do you
We
think?
need to wear the flocking duck shirt.
Oh, the flocking duck, the flickety flock, flicking, fracking,
We
flicking.
need to have those made.
The okay, we'll have to work on that. So you never
Speaking
know.
of have those made, I am still in the works of having our logo recreated.
Right. Once that's recreated, it won't take long to get it digitized, and we can work from there too.
I think I'm nothing against folks who English isn't their first language or their second language, but sometimes there's a communication barrier. And when you're
Actually, there's a communication barrier between Zionsville
yeah
and Whitestown. You know, I mean, come on.
and I've stated my entire life, like, I am not the best communicator in the written word.
In the written word,
In
verbally,
the written,
you do better than I
yeah,
do,
in the
because you stay on channel.
in the written word, I'm not the best. So at any rate, I commissioned, a person online to recreate the logo, and I said I'd like it to be something like what we currently have.
Right.
But I would just like the
flock around the table.
Flock around the table to go around.
Right. Because we're
in
around.
these colors. I don't want anything super fancy. I want it very kind of plain Jane.
Plain Jane. And which works so much better, like when you do get it digitized,
Yeah.
when you get stickers or things like that, it's not as much color. So
and they give you a little survey, and so you answer things, the business name and all this stuff. And the first 3 that she came back with, they literally were all like a picture of a table. Like if you were looking at the table across the room, so you see 4 legs and then like a line on top of it.
Yeah, we want to look down.
And I'm like,
no, you're looking down.
And then it's hot pink and lime green.
Ooh!
And so I replied back, and I was like,
it needs to be a little darker green. I mean,
I'm like,
you're more of a.
I'm like, well, the logo looks better in a softer. Because, yeah. So I'm like, please do like a softer pink and a mossy green.
Yeah.
And I like the middle one, but can we take the table and do like an overhead shot?
Yeah.
Like just
down,
whether it's square or round or whatever.
More oval would work best.
And then they came back, and I said, kind of like what our current logo is. You can see it on Instagram, on Etsy, wherever. And she came back with softer colors, but still a picture of a table that you can, it's a table, and because you see the legs, and I'm like,
yeah, I think
just because the name is Flock Around the Table does not mean that I want a table in the logo.
Yeah.
So I was like, please I didn't even say anything about a table. I said, I really like the first one. I love the graphics around it. The colors are great. Could you just take the table out of the center?
Take the legs off.
No, just take the table completely out of the center.
Okay.
And put in another circle. Right in the middle with maybe some yarn balls or something on the table.
That's cute.
On the circle. I didn't even say table. I just said on the circle.
I think we should put charms on there.
Hopefully.
And a pair of pliers.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I'm like, no.
And a glue stick.
No, then we're just getting too complicated. But at any rate, hopefully we'll have a new.
Maybe next year. We're going to work on that for next year. And when we did mention Flock, her and I are going to go. I'm taking her on her secondary cruise.
Yeah.
In May of next year.
Well, we have to do. I have to do a comparison.
She has to do a comparison between Carnival and Celebrity. That's what I told her. You got to have an idea, and so we're thinking out of Galveston Mayish. So you never know.
So you never know.
Anybody in the Texas area that wants to head out, and we'll get you informed.
So, yeah, we'll keep you informed.
Yeah, we'll keep you informed.
This one brought over to me today.
I got these at Macmillan Fiber. I think it's Macmillan Fiber Company.
These little tags that you can put on your things. So this says made with love on the one side and the other side.
Oh no, these are
And
crafty. These are crafty creations.
Crafty creations.
Yes.
And swear words.
Yeah. These are crafty creations.
Because yes, there are swear words involved.
There are. Yeah. And then I got these other ones that they made. It says for your sweaters, this is the back. Isn't that cute? And then on top of it all, not only that, kind of gives you an idea. It says, not the front. Sometimes when I get my Temu shirts,
you know what?
honestly,
honestly, I think like if you're doing like a raglan and you start off and you have some shaping in the back for the little hump that goes over. You just need to stitch that fucker on there right then and there because you get to the point where like
this is the back, it's not the front.
It's not the front.
Yeah, this came from Crafty Flutterfly Creations, and they were very inexpensive. And I just thought they were too fun, so I had to give her some.
Fun.
Mainly because it says it's made with love, and you can put that on your hat or whatever. And if you put
can
it
have
on
them made with love on the outside.
You can put it on a shawl too, same thing, and then they can see. And swear words. It's so appropriate for us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. Because
it's my favorite word.
Many of them are getting to be that way anymore, with what's going on in the world. I'm telling you.
Oh, I have news.
Okay.
Tori's Etsy shop is up and running. And she has a cute little curio cabinet hand painted on there right now.
Oh, nice. And it's called Enchanting the Charmer.
So go favorite it.
I will get on my iPad and do that.
She told me that she has lots of things that she has ready to go. But she was waiting on she was waiting on Etsy to verify her, which actually has to do. And then she's also waiting on her credit union to verify the second account that she opened, because if you're an Etsy person, you got to keep things separate. So I'm not sure if she has the account thing set up yet, because she hasn't said, Mom, I have the account, here it is, you need to send me the money that I've made on your site yet. So I haven't sent her anything, but
and a little extra that you've got on the side that you're not using at the moment. Maybe you could send it my way.
Well, no, because
Tori, you never know.
The earrings that are on my site are actually hers. So they will be weaning off of mine and going over to hers.
Yeah.
So anything that sells out of my shop that is hers, she gets the money for. So
so you guys are going to kind of cross over.
That's how we kind of had her. That's how we had her start.
Okay.
Was having it in my shop, kind of like the way I started in Marsha's shop.
Yeah, that works too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it helps to have that sort of kind of
Enchanting the Charmer. She will have
Jennifer's here from Australia.
She will have all kinds of things
Ellie,
in her
are you
shop.
on here too from Norway?
I haven't seen her yet.
Okay, Ellie, get on here from Norway. She doesn't feeling.
Then we're like all over the world. We have South Africa. We have Australia.
And
we have all over the U.S. I haven't seen a Canada yet.
Now, Australia, I can get on a cruise ship and figure that out. And that's on the list. So don't worry there, Jennifer. We'll be getting to Australia. Unless you're in the Outback, probably not. Because Tasmania is a definitely... Oh, there she is. Ellie's on.
Hey, hi, Ellie.
So man, we're in Norway. We're in South Africa. We're in
Australia. We're all over the U.S.
I'm going to be exhausted by the time you get going anywhere, because it'll just be so much. So, this is what I got from Macmillan and Fiber Company this week. Knitting Jedi. Isn't that funny? So cute.
It was so cute. I'm going to have to put it on a yarn bag and have it with me at the Friendly on Wednesday to see if Matt even notices it.
He can't have one. I'm sorry.
I know he can't.
Under
that's
normal
mine.
circumstances, Matt gets. If I find Star Wars, he's an automatic purchase of that, because Matt needs to have it.
And he loves it.
And if I made socks, I would get the Brenda and Heather Star Wars
For sure.
yarn. And
But you could make him fingerless mitts.
I could do that. I could just do hand warmers because I'm sure it gets a little chilly for him.
Well, driving home
Oh, yeah. So
late at night after serving.
Yeah. I bet he doesn't have one of those new cars like mine that has a heated steering wheel.
You never know. Maybe he does.
Matt, do you have it? He doesn't watch us. He talks about like he knows Flockaroundtable. He doesn't watch us, Except
Hey, Sasquatch just came on. Hey, you old bats.
Sasquatch is on. Jamie Malinsky, this is amazing. I haven't seen you forever. Oh my God.
So he doesn't call me or anything for weeks on time, but he just shows up on the live broadcast. Okay, I see how you are.
And it's crack of dawn there.
No, I talked to him yesterday.
But he's in Arizona?
Yeah.
He's out, and that's like 3 hours. So he's up. We might be getting ready to go to the golf course, whatever. Hey, Jamie, that's so exciting.
Time to go golfing.
Okay.
See you later.
Bye,
Have
Jamie.
fun.
Thanks for stopping by. That's so nice. Look at your husband. He's just so cool. Mine.
I hope he favorited the shop. Or
by the way, do that. Make sure you do that. Get on there. Don't go by yet.
Yeah, subscribe, you idiot.
Subscribe, you fool. Got to make sure we have our numbers up there. That's too funny. I love it. Who would have thunk? So I think that's all I have to show you. And I brought Sue her hell shirt. I think we.
Yes, it's 7:30 there, so that's not that bad.
Actually, he's really running behind schedule.
No, he's going golfing with his boss.
Oh, so his boss probably isn't an early riser. He tees off here like at 6 o'clock in the morning. Why would you going to go out in the wet grass? Sue got a new T-shirt.
It's Arizona. It's not wet there. It was 105 yesterday there.
Ah!
Yeah, I said, well, it sucks to be you. It's 46 here.
Oh my God. Yeah, I'm having a little trouble deciding what to pack. When we came across in November of last year on the celebration, we had beautiful weather. Once we got to
do your
Madeira
things in your sweaters.
Yeah, that's what I'm kind of thinking. And
you're good.
Because I'm going to wear Halloween until.
But you could wear Halloween. You could just have a black cardigan and you're good. If you get a little chilly, just put your cardigan on.
Yeah, that's what I'll probably end up doing. But yeah, I'm wearing hot. But I don't know if I'm going to take my Halloween shoes. They're not really long.
They're not walking shoes.
Yeah, so I don't know if I'll end up taking those. I might have to wear my flip-flops up and then put my shoes on because then everybody see how cute. You guys saw my cute shoes, right? They've seen my shoes.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think I've raised my foot a few times. But you know what?
Yeah, because when we had our spammers on, they asked to see our feet. Remember?
Remember the rest of my feet? So I saw my shoes. See? Yeah. It kind of matches my shirt.
Mm-hmm.
Temu had a Christmas one. And I can't find it. I think they sold it out.
Stole this pattern from some designer.
I'm sure it was.
That's what I hear.
Well, actually, what I did was I ordered one dress on Shein, Shein. It's the exact same dress on Amazon. I paid $12 for it. On Amazon, it's $38. Because I ordered the same dress on Amazon just to make sure. It's exactly the same dress. Now, granted, the buttons on Amazon are a little bit different. So maybe they upgraded the buttons.
Probably a different vendor.
Same company and everything. Same label
it's from
and everything
Shein.
in it.
It's from Shein.
But the Shein is on there. Shein puts their label on it.
Yeah. So Shein took the pattern.
Oh, I don't think they made the pattern. I think they just took the
fabric pattern.
No, I think what happened was I think whoever made the dress changed the buttons. And because the buttons on the one from Amazon are better and they're prettier. And they're very plain. They're like just regular plain buttons on the first dress. And all the odds they decided to change it. So they sold the first batch before they and then put on the second run, they put the new buttons on and send them to Amazon instead.
I doubt it.
Anyway,
yeah.
Sue's going to hell. See, she now has a hell T-shirt because heaven was full. And hell
So-
didn't want her
So I'm
either.
going to hell.
Well, and hell didn't want you, and hell doesn't want me either. So there you
Now
go.
they're going to toss me back.
Yeah, they will. You're going to live in that state of, I don't know what it's called. The little,
Purgatory.
is that what it is? Purgatory? Where you're in the middle, where you're not
I think
one
so.
or the other?
I think so.
Okay, if you got any of our religious people, and I'm sorry, anybody who knows that information, please.
I have a shirt with that.
Oh,
Same text.
yeah, there you go. She has a shirt. So, and Maggie said she's working on a semicircular
Yeah.
shawl.
Yeah.
I have to look it up. Is it a regular pattern? Because I need stuff for vacation. Sue's going to wind this. I'm sure I showed it. It's a whimsical.
I think that would be cool with the bump thing. Where you just knit and then you purl during the color.
I thought about doing that. That's what I was thinking.
I think it would be really cool.
I did download a pattern.
Because this is pretty much dark, but there's these little flecks of bright neon colors.
Yeah, and even if it's only 1 or 2 stitches, it really doesn't make any difference because you just got a little bump here and there.
It's so cool.
Yeah.
It's like a cowl or a hat or something that.
I was thinking of digging out some black just to have black for the rim, for the brim, and then go to this because then this would. But boy, that's only like 2 stitches, 2 or 3 stitches.
But it's going to give you like little nubbies.
Yeah.
It would be cool.
That might be cool. So maybe I'll do that instead of the pattern I actually downloaded and thought I would go ahead and do. And to top it off, I didn't even go. I went to Ravelry and I typed in hat, picked DK in my library and picked it from my library.
There you go.
All 14 pages of my DK patterns. Because when I look patterns up, if it's like fly on the wall, and I'm like, oh, well, let me go look it up. And when I go to type it in, and because I've written it down, it said fly on the wall is when I want to take a vacation. So I'll type in Ravelry fly on the wall, and then like a whole page comes up. I click on free, and I look at them all. And unless it's really something that jumps out at me, I'll click on free, and then whatever the free ones, if I like them, then I add them to my library. So I may have 6 or 7 that say fly on the wall patterns. That's how I think at one point Ravelry will probably start coming to me because I have almost as many patterns in my library as they have in theirs. I really do. I didn't think I had 14 pages. And this was just DK. And it had nothing because baby child goes to baby child. These weren't even any baby hats. They were all adult hats because that's baby child. And I didn't just I typed in, it was my library anyway.
Oh my goodness.
I do. But I'm taking my computer this time because Carnival's better about, their people are really good about getting you off of one and putting you on the other. Like going from your phone to your iPad is super easy on Carnival, but going from your phone to a computer on Carnival is a royal pain in the ass. But their photography people know how to do all this. So if you go down there, they'll go ahead and log you in. And sometimes they'll even log you in on the system so that you don't lose your phone. Like you're on, because you paid for it. And then they give you a free day or a free afternoon so that you can work on your computer and you don't have to pay for it. They're really nice, but don't tell anybody they do that because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. Because now they're going to be going down to the computer department saying, the photography people, because they're all digital cameras.
Okay.
I know, I totally got rattled off here on something.
Yeah, you did get a little rattled off.
Yeah, well. I think it's the new shampoo in my hair that's making my brain not work right. Now my hair looks better. It's softer and it looks fuller. But I think it's racking my brain. Either that or the fact that I'm not on my antidepressant. That could be it.
Squirrel.
Yeah.
More squirrel. The nut is not helping any. Your little nut.
My little nut.
Your little nut.
Speaking of my little nut, it's in my bag. And I wore it the other day. and I didn't have it on all the way. And so all of a sudden I'm walking and all my stitch markers fell out and the bottom of my net came off. And I'm like in the middle of my heart going, oh my God, my nets! And Mikey's with me and he's like, he thought I meant I had a bag of nuts or something. And he's like, he goes, you want me to get you nuts? I said, no, I dropped my acorn. And so, of course, we picked them all up and I made sure I had enough. And then when I put it on, I got it crooked. So I couldn't get it undone, but I decided to leave it crooked because then I knew it wouldn't fall off. So instead, I stuck it in here, right?
Right.
In my
Inside your
shapewear thing
yeah.
to kind of make sure in case if it came off, at least they'd be somewhere in my underwear. Oh, speaking of underwear, I figured out.
Squirrel. Diverge. Speaking of underwear, what?
Maybe I need to be on it. Maybe it keeps me a little bit think. I have my underwear on backwards today. I mean, you know, I'm always talking about how the fact I don't have a butt, and I really don't look. No, I'm not gonna show you. I don't have a butt anymore. And when you have women's underwear, they always give you more in the butt.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
all mine is up here in the belly. So I thought I'm going to turn it around and see how it works. I mean, it's the same. It's just this backwards.
Whatever. Yeah.
The only thing is that it comes up higher in the front and it's staying there, but it's going down in the back. So sometimes right now I think my underwear is like falling off because, you know, when you hold it up, it's smaller in the front.
Yeah.
You actually have less. And
Yeah.
so if you have a belly and no butt, then because I can't find underwear, I went to Kohl's again yesterday. Friday.
Why don't you just wear boxers?
Well, I was thinking about that and just getting a pair of
I like this
you
kind.
mean the boxer briefs? You have the boxer briefs.
Yeah, and they're like leggings.
I know, but don't they kind of gap you in the
No.
crotch? No, they don't roll up.
No.
Yeah, but you don't have funky little layers of fat that
Yes,
roll
I
up.
do.
Not like mine.
Yes, I do.
I have actually crevices.
Oh my God.
Seriously, because when it was really fat, now it's not fat anymore. It's got like
Just
a
get
crevice.
the ones that are like a girdle, but not girdle material.
Okay, I'll have to give that a try.
Give those a try.
I'll have to do that. See, what would we do without you? We'd never solve these issues. You
Yeah.
know? Too bad we're not political. We'd have it all settled. I know.
Yeah.
We
can't go into that realm though.
No, I mean,
No.
maybe that's what we need to do with all those militants and all those nasty people. Well, no, we can't give them knitting needles because they're points. They're pointy. You know, look, they'd probably stick each other's eyes out or something, and they'd be doing this all the time.
Ow.
With each other. See, so we can't give them knitting needles. We have to do something else. We'll have to. What about a crochet hook's a little rounder? Maybe a crochet hook is what we need to teach them to do. That's what they should be doing with their time. Anyway, anybody want a piece of pie?
Pie. So not much new in the shop this week, but I've been busy with the shop. But
She's got a whole stack of a bunch of new ones. Not new ones.
I'm
Stitch
just
markers she's making.
But I did put up new colors of 2 row counters. So we have the blue, teal, white, or this one on the end, which is like, I don't know, it's like purpley. I have them in regular stitch markers on pink rings, and I call them black rainbow because they're like iridescent-y colored, and they're in all different shades.
Those are good when you have your 2 stitch patterns because you get so confused.
Well, I do. Well, not that I get
too.
confused, but I get sick and tired of like
Remembering
reading which one is which.
Yeah. Well, even the shadow
2 row
shawl.
counter is just easy.
The shadow shawl. Now that was the other thing I was thinking of doing on vacation is doing the shadow shawl in a rectangle. The shadow shawl where you did.
Yeah.
And then that knit row coming back kind of gives you a kind of a brioche look.
Yeah.
You know, to it. And I thought I might maybe come up with a pattern for that in a
rectangle.
I would do it on the bias, but I'm not as talented as you to figure out
increase, decrease.
And I looked at orgasm, and I thought, okay, I could sort of follow. Nah, I don't think I could probably do this. So that would mean paying attention.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And
yeah, that's something, because you're good with the math and the
I'll
bias.
figure it out.
So we'll kind of, maybe
on the
we
bias
can come up
after I get done with the shadow shell
because
that
if
I'm
you
working
haven't
on
done
right
the
now.
shadow, and Maggie, put up the pattern name that you have for this semicircular shawl. She's made 3 of them. It sounds pretty exciting. So, and then I found some other yarn that was in the bucket. I've been doing a little bit of cleaning, only because I had no choice, because I knocked something over, and so I had to clean it up. And I figured while I was down there, I'd go ahead and clean something out. And I forgot. Anyway,
I have said for a long time that there is a button on our backside that
sort of like Mr. Data
what's Mr. Data?
from Star Trek Next Generation.
Sorry.
Watch it. It's really good. Data's in. Oh, never mind. She's so uneducated. Sometimes I wonder why I hang out with her. I just don't understand.
I don't do that. I don't do
You should do
sci-fi
Star Trek.
things.
You should.
I don't
Star
do-
Trek's good. Picard over Kirk. Original series probably over Next Gen. Maybe. I'm not a big #1 lover, which is Jonathan Frakes, who's married to Jeannie Francis, who's on who's on General Hospital, and was running around with Luke Spencer, who is Anthony Geary, who lives in Amsterdam now because he retired. He used to go to Amsterdam.
Do you remember even what you were talking about?
I remember saying, Maggie, put up the name in the shawl, because I'll look it up. Maybe I'll take that with me if it's something, because she's made 3 of them. So it may be something really.
Oh, we're back to Maggie in the shawl.
Yeah.
Circle
I remember that.
Circle back. We got back to it.
I remember that. So that must have been important, because it came back to the forefront of my mind. Can you imagine me in a doctor's office trying to explain a situation?
Oh my God, no.
I know.
No.
It's no wonder the guy, the doctor.
You need to have your advocate with you to get you back into.
It's a free pattern. My next shawl is your shawl patterns. Oh, so Maggie's gonna do
awesome.
Orgasm. It's great. Especially
you know what I also like. I went into my room. Well, I go into my room like 16 times a day because that's where I fill orders. But I went in there and I saw the gesture hat, and I'm like, I still haven't written the pattern for that.
You need to do that.
I need to do that.
Yeah, and the other thing I'm taking
maybe this week at work I'll do that.
I found a pattern while I was looking for. While I was on Ravelry. Anyway, I found a baby Santa hat. And with my new great niece, I thought maybe I would make her a hat on Christmas over the cruise. So she has her own little Santa hat when she goes out and about with mom and dad, in December, or when people come over and visit to see her for the first time, she has her little Santa hat. So how fun would that be?
Mm-hmm.
And Expression Fiber Arts has a cute little baby mitten pattern, which I'm going to try too. And because you don't do the thumb, there's just this little.
Yeah, it's just
right
a
over.
little, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, whoop, over you go. There you go.
I'm going to start making mittens for you like that. So you can stop buying things. You don't have, you have less use of your opposable thumb. You can't purchase tchotchke shit. Sorry, she can't actually enter in the code for her debit card. She has no fingers.
Yeah, but now I'm on Shopify so much it just automatically pops up. It says when you go to log in on some of these sites, it's like I'm thinking, okay, which I used to use one password for all of them. Simple. There's one simple. They all had it for all the ones that didn't have any money relationship. Okay. So I didn't have to worry about if they were going to hack away at us because it didn't make any difference. That's all they were for, was for these. Well, then they all decided that now some of them you have to verify you're human. Oh my God, I hate those. What are those? Catch us?
Yeah.
Or something. Sometimes you can't read those.
Yeah, no. And I'm always like, next.
Yeah.
Next.
I don't like this one. I don't like this one.
I can't read it.
Well,
Sorry.
the other thing is it's sort of when they first started with the airline confirmation things, they started putting the numbers in there. If it was a big G, you had to use a big G, a capital G. Now they usually just a G works. So if you don't want to put on your, it's really something else. Let me tell you, they're making it crazy.
And they be thankful you're not into all sorts of other things because, like, a lot of the stuff at my work, like, it changes every fucking 3 months.
Oh,
and it has capital letters, small letters, characters, and numbers. And you're like, and nothing can be the same from one to the next.
And it's like, they knew that I had that one. It said, I remember back in the days when you went there, you used that 12 months ago. I'm like, what? You know that I used it 12 months ago? But you can't figure out where my paycheck is? This is ridiculous. I'm telling you. Sometimes these companies are beyond wackadoodle. They just are. I think maybe I need to go back on my antidepressant or something.
Ashley wants to know if you wear ankle socks or crew socks.
More I wear crew socks. Ankle socks are okay. But
if somebody were knitting you a pair of socks, would you be okay with ankle socks?
Oh, somebody would knit me a pair of socks. Damn, I'd take them in a heartbeat. They wouldn't even have to be an ankle. They could be just over the toe. Just make the toe. I'm fine with that.
Should have ballet socks. No toes, no heel.
Yeah, like yogas.
Yeah, the yoga socks.
I found a pattern for leg warmers that I thought maybe I might do too on vacation. And they're like the yoga sock. They keep the middle, but you can make them longer, sort of like fingerless mittens. Yeah. So they could still wear them with my flip-flops and my toes would be warm, but my foot.
Sideways head laughing. Whatever. I don't care. Whatever. By the way, what size shoe do you wear?
Usually a 7.
Okay.
And it's not wide anymore.
I said 7.5.
7.5 is usually where I'm at. Yeah.
Okay. I was right then.
I have a short foot. See, now my shoe, this I think is a 7. It's actually a little big here in the toe. My foot is not that big. I have a little foot.
You have a little foot.
But look how skinny my ankle is. Look at this skinny ankle. You can't really tell. See, I have a very skinny ankle, don't I?
Yeah, so her ankle is like that big.
Skinny ankle. But that's where it ends. Yeah, but my fat calf. So you have to be really careful with what you do.
If you're making socks for her, don't go up too high.
Well, Marcia has one pair she was looking on. She said, and she sent me the pattern, and it's in my list of things to do. But I have to make sure Colleen has it. So if I have any questions, I can text Colleen.
So you're thinking about making yourself a pair of socks?
I keep thinking about it, but that's as far as I get. I'm thinking about it because Hobby has...
But, if we have flockers that want to knit you a pair of socks...
Oh, I'd be as proud as could be. And I would tell everybody I would even wear them with capris. I'd wear those socks with a pair of capri pants or flood pants so that
you would get a pair of Adidas like flip-flops.
Totally.
And wear those.
Oh, yeah. I'd look like an old man in Florida. Mm-hmm. I'd wear the sock and the sandal so that everybody could see it. And I would tell everybody where they came from, even if they didn't want to know.
There was another podcaster, I can't think of who it was, but that was her jam. She made socks.
Yeah.
And so everybody in her family wore handmade socks. And her teenage son was on the football team, and the guys on the team would kind of razz him for his, funky colored,
stripy, whatever mom.
Jeans, hey, mom. Your mom has to knit your socks. And he's like, what? Your mom goes to Walmart and buys you socks. My mom loves me more
Yeah.
Because she takes the time and actually hand makes my socks.
Yeah. How cool is that?
What a great like teenage boy.
Oh, I know. Totally.
Like, that's fantastic.
And now you can find sock yarn more so. Like my biggest thing with socks was
Ellie's like, I'm in. I'll make socks for you.
Ellie's probably like
Ellie's probably like, she just said that she's probably already halfway done
she's
with
halfway
them.
done, and she does all that Fair Isle work, like our
Do
mittens.
not make her Fair Isle socks.
Oh, yeah, like Leah too. She's another one. Leah goes, I think I'll make a pair of socks. They're done. You know.
Well, if you guys haven't seen it, Pygmy Tiger Knits on Ravelry. I don't know if she just put it up, but she has her vanilla socks.
Mhm.
I think she has them like her family vanilla socks. She has a picture of her and her husband and all 4 of the kids in these stripy
socks. It's the best picture ever. I think that should be
that one's free.
That one should be her logo. I think, I'm sorry, I just think that's so cute. It's like a Christmas card, you know, all these, and because she did it all in different stages as they're getting older.
It's just so damn cute.
I know.
And I know the socks that he has on is from Bruce Willis. What's the movie? The Christmas movie. Well, it's Die Hard.
Die Hard.
It's the Die Hard Die Lot.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
So she's at one point in time, she's like, I'm only knitting Christmas socks. It has to be Christmas themed. And then she
was doing that for that 1 year.
Yeah, for that 1 year. And she's like, Die Hard is a Christmas name, right?
It's, because
and she's like, I can do like Die Hard.
He flies cross country because she's working at the Yamaguchi Towers or something
so
like
it's at Christmas time.
Yeah.
So there was an argument going on between, I think, the two of them, whether or not that was actually a Christmas movie. and it was legit for her to use that colorway because it was
I think so, totally. What do you guys think? I think it totally is. That counts.
I can't remember what the color was called, but it was something like Die Hard or Nakamichi Towers or whatever like that had to do with Die Hard. It's so funny.
I know. You find
the socks that he has on, that's the colorway.
That's the colorway from Die Hard. Oh my gosh, I didn't even realize that.
Too funny.
Too funny.
She usually cringes when she has to make for him because he wears like a size 16 shoe. So she does do a little cringe work because she's like,
she really has to adapt.
Take me a little bit longer to make those socks.
Yeah, she has to adapt. I can imagine that. Well, like I said, my big thing is it's beautiful yarn when I first started.
Transparent rubber shoes.
I hadn't thought about that. Maybe they have them.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
I'm gonna write that down, Ellen.
Clear rubber shoes.
Transparent.
She'll get them. She'll find them on Temu or something. They'll be like $1.99.
Well, I might have to pay $3.99 for them. You never know.
Shipping.
No, usually it's free shipping. I'm a free shipping. I'm an elite person on Temu.
Oh yeah, because
Temu's fine. And you know the funny thing is there was an article in Wall Street Journal not too long ago about Temu and how popular it's become in Europe.
Around the world.
And around the world in general. And how in the beginning they said, be careful because they monitor it and they're stealing your stuff and everything else because it's Chinese. No offense to Chinese, no letters, no nothing. But China's been known to do that. Okay.
Not Chinese people.
No.
China, the government.
The government, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Anyhow. So they were actually using Temu for their people. Not so much outside of China, but in China.
Yeah.
Now, Temu is actually going to a 2-person authentication, 2-thing, like you have to get a code to get in when you log in. Like they send you the text with the code because they want to keep it more secure because it's coming so popular that other places are hacking into them. And they just, it's like a constant, everything is concept. I just love Temu anyway. It's just so fun. They have everything. Shine has more clothes. And there was another one, somebody told me, Quince or something like that. I can't remember. But they have everything because they have pens and they have pads
How
of
long
paper.
does it take for it to get? Does it come to you from China? Does it take a month?
There are times that in the beginning it did, but now not so much. Now they've got regular distributors. And I think, like I said, the dress that came, I think came in a almost, I thought, like in a day and a half. It was almost like Prime.
Like Prime.
Yeah, because I think if it's here in the States, they yank, and Temu yanks it out of their inventory immediately. Like, I ordered the yarn, okay?
It's yours.
And it says there's 4 left. I put it in, I hit, bam, it comes out of inventory. If you go right back into the thing, it'll say there's 3 left.
Yeah.
They're really good. Some of the other ones are not as good. You get more refunds, and they never tell you what the refund. They refund the number. Like SHU 127-476-32 was $2.19. So we're going to go ahead and refund that to you. And you're like,
what was it?
I don't know.
Oh,
what
it was the left sleeve for my jacket that I ordered, and now I got the jacket without the sleeve. Thanks, assholes.
Oh, I do have a question for you guys. When we were in Alaska, I bought the jacket that says celebrity.
Yeah.
Can I wear that on a Carnival cruise? You think?
Sure.
As my coat?
Sure. You could always you could.
Oh, I could put my knitting Jedi pin over it.
You could put pins over it, or you could just do like a granny square and just tack a granny square on it for.
You know what I am going to have done? I'm going to do my nails. I'm going to leave them orange until we get on the ship. And then on the 1st, I'm going to go and get a manicure, pedicure, and get them changed. And some lady, my sister has a picture of it. It's blue and then a white stripe and then red for the Carnival colors.
Oh, yeah, cool.
Just the cutest thing. On my toes. Well, I might get it on my fingers because they don't do powder. What's the difference between shellac and just regular nail polish? Do you know? How about you guys? Do you guys know? I don't know.
What's the difference between shellac and super glue?
Yeah, you have super glue nails.
Everybody wants to know, why don't you do your nails? Because I'm constantly having glue all over them.
One of these days you're going to be wandering around and you're going to have glue. You're going to have glue rings.
I don't get it on my face, but I do. I usually have
but
it
you use
all
super
over
glue.
these two. All over these 2
I'm
fingers.
surprised you haven't glued it together.
Oh, my fingers?
Yeah,
I have.
How do you get it undone?
Multiple times a day.
How do you get it undone?
You just pull it
Acetate?
apart and then
Take the skin along with it.
pick the skin and yeah.
One of these days, I'm going to come over here and she's going to have bandaged hands or something like that.
Yeah, no.
When
They're pretty.
When I was a nursing student, and when
they're pretty calloused over.
Yeah, when super glue first came out, some lady got mad at her husband because he was cheating on her, and she super glued his penis to his thigh when it was excited and all woke all together. And then when it shrunk, he was in pain.
I bet.
Yeah, they had to surgically, get it off his thigh. It was terrible. We were all hysterical. I thought, oh my God, I sure hope she's been fixed because her vagina is going to be full of cement by the time he's done with her. But I digress. So anyhow,
yeah.
Super glue is magic. She glued her friend. What did you say here, Ashley? Super glue is magic. I glued my friend. Oh my gosh. Oh, your dog back together once when a German Shepherd wanted to take. Oh my gosh, you silly girl. You're just so silly. These people are great. Why don't you fly
Super
out
glue
here?
is a good thing to have around. You can,
Well, now
if you get a crack in your hand or something, like from dried.
they have bandages. That's probably a little more aesthetic. That doesn't have quite as bad a shit in there that's going to get in your bloodstream.
The new skin that is in the bandage section of every freaking thing.
Yeah.
That is in replacement of a bandage.
Yeah.
It's super glue.
Well, but it's medically graded. It's not like bad stuff that they made in.
We just use super glue.
Okay, whatever. So,
It's the same thing.
all right.
Especially as bowlers, because we're not going to put a Band-Aid on our finger.
I don't bowl.
Well, I used to bowl a lot. And if you had like a hangnail or you got a crack or a cut on your finger and you're bowling, you're not going to put a bandage on it.
Why?
So we would do new skin unless you,
Right.
we would do new skin unless we ran out of new skin, and then we would just use super glue.
Yeah. Now I put Band-Aids on the back of my shoes before so I don't get blisters.
Yeah, absolutely. But that's more for the cushion than
Oh,
the
maybe I
bandage.
should do this. Made with love and swear words. And I can put swear words on. I can put the stickers on the back of my
Super glue that onto the back of
That
your
way the
heel.
things. So Wednesday I leave for Rome. And so next week, so 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row, it'll be me and
Karen or somebody else. Maybe
Or
you
maybe
could talk
just
that
me.
Colleen person in.
yeah, Colleen.
And what do? They go with them for Friday morning. They meet. And it's like they gave us like an hour notice. I'm thinking, boy, you really didn't want to hang with us. Come on. But it's getting colder. So you think Colleen won't be out on the water as much. It'd be chilly after doing this time of year,
Yeah. Maybe
So-
Carly, maybe Colleen,
Yeah,
maybe Karen,
maybe Karen. So you get to meet all the other gangs. That we
maybe
hang with.
Jen,
Too bad we can't.
maybe
get chicken
Tony. I
shrimp.
ran into Tony yesterday at the grocery store.
Fun. Tony would be great.
I have not seen her
Forever.
forever and a day. And so I told her about the December 2nd.
Yeah.
She actually said she might have shown up here this morning, but she didn't.
She should have.
She's like, I don't want to be on the podcast. I'm like, you can sit over on the
You
other
can
side
just sit
and
on
just
the other
laugh
side
at
and
us.
just kind of laugh and just kind of, throw your 2 cents in. We don't turn
She
the
stopped
computer.
coloring her hair, and I almost didn't recognize her.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was
I
color.
said it looks fantastic.
Really, she's got pretty color. I really don't want to do mine anymore, but it's just so dull. My hairdresser says I don't really have any more gray. She says, but she goes, it's really dull. There's no luster to it at all. And I'm like, okay, well, then I guess we'll keep coloring it, because I let her do my thing. But my husband's always afraid I'm going to come home with something crazy.
Like pink hair. Purple.
Which would make me happy. I'd do it. Because I did have her do it purple, but she didn't do it purple enough because she doesn't do that sort of stuff. That's not her style.
That's not her thing.
Yeah. And the other thing is that she doesn't do wigs. And so I need to find someone who does wigs
Oh my
because
God.
I might.
Speaking of wigs, before you squirrel, I'm going to squirrel.
Okay.
Jordan.
Okay.
My Jordan at my work.
The guy with the great butt.
He has a fantastic butt.
He has a fantastic butt. And I'm not normally a butt person, but and
so
he's good looking. And
for the longest time, and I don't know if you've seen him since he started doing this, but for the longest time, he is a 6'5",
skinny, gorgeous,
beautifully built black man.
Perfect color and pleasant and nice, and
he would
well
go in
imported.
and get his hair trimmed, sculpted. I'm not sure what where they have it's perfect every week. And so he had the perfect fade. It was the perfect, it didn't look like it ever changed because he went in every week and had it, worked. Then all of a sudden he stopped doing that. This was he had his, neat and trim cut forever, for years. And then all of a sudden he stopped. I think he took a vacation and he just stopped.
Mm-hmm.
And he let it go where then he sat there and he would twist it. So he had these little twists everywhere. Still very short. And he'd have these little twists. Though. Then all of a sudden,
like little pin codes that we used to do.
He had his he had them braided. So then he had braids going back.
Nice.
Because it got long enough where he could braid it.
Nice.
He had braids going back.
He had like his little.
And since then, I haven't seen him in anything but braids. Now, lately, it's been 2 braids down the side and then 1 braid down the front. And it's looking really Nordic because, it's chunky.
Okay.
Big, chunky braids. Not what you're used to seeing, the little thin braids. These
Right.
are big chunky
Big
braids.
chunky braids.
And on Friday, he's walking around and he's going like this. And I'm used to seeing that because Paula used to do that. If
Too tight.
Yeah, if they
Right.
would have hair extensions put in,
Right.
and you have the
you
tight,
have to like tighten it.
you have the
right?
tight braid, and then
Yeah.
they weave in the hair.
Yeah.
It gets super tight, and you do this, right? So here's my boss doing this. He's like, oh, it's Jordan. Jordan going, oh. Next thing you know, I see him in his office, and he's taking out. So he's just got 3 things in the back, 3 binders in the back. He's taking out these binders. He's like, oh. And it's almost like he takes out all 3 of them in the back.
Be alone with your hair. Let's close the
And then
shades.
literally the next thing I see him doing is he's unbraiding it. Right? And he's just going through the whole thing and unbraiding it.
Well, wouldn't it kind of
It's
go
dreads. I'm like, you have dreads. I didn't realize that you had dreads.
Oh, that he had dreads and
they
braided the
They
dreads.
braided the dreads.
Oh my God, that's so cool.
I was like, oh my God, Jordan, those are so fantastic.
Oh, that would be
He goes,
neat.
yeah, but it's not very professional looking. So I don't, because the next thing I know, he's got them all out. And they're only about like that long.
Yeah, but still.
They're short.
Yeah.
But he's like Einstein. They're like, they're like everywhere. He's like, oh, this feels
so much better. Jordan's got this
like,
glow,
oh my God.
this satisfied look on his face, and it's like, what have you been doing in your office with the door closed? Taking my hair down, I mean, that's amazing.
Well, it took him less than 5 minutes to take them all out. Take them all down.
Well, they get sort of get used
like,
to that. Oh, I don't. I've thought about it.
What, dreads?
Well, when you go like on vacation, they'll put like the dreads in and then with beads. And I thought that might be helpful.
No,
but
it's not going to be helpful because it's just going to pull on your hair that you have. You need to stop doing all the chemical things to your hair and the heat things to your hair.
I have to get it so that otherwise it looks really stupid. I have to heat it, and I have to.
She complains about her hair being thin, but it
has to curl because I have to have some height. I mean, this looks stupid on me with my hair flat. I look like I'm like missing something. That's why I need to get a good, pretty wig to do this. The lady that the girls that sat with us on our last cruise, they were twins, and I did not realize that she didn't have, it was a wig. Her sister is a hairdresser.
They have really good
and
wigs.
She did such a beautiful, and I love the way she did it. And I'm like, I think it's time. I think it's time for me. I think it's going to be time soon.
They have some really cool wigs now.
Well, the first one I'm going to get is the one that's the baseball cap that has a ponytail in the back.
Well, that's just a baseball cap. That
have a ponytail.
That you don't need a wig shop for.
I just love when people are like running down the street and their ponytails are just swinging away. Zoe Saldana, I think her name is, she's in Star Trek. She has, when she walks, her ponytail does this really cool swing. Her butt and legs don't
Why don't
swing.
you just wear Cher?
If
you guys haven't seen Cher, you need to go back and look at Cher.
I can wear it again. I wear her. It's just that the front, when I had the front trimmed so that it would stay, to the side, I had it pinned back and it stayed back. Well, now
we can just order a new one.
Yeah, but now it made a hole where the pin is at, where I had it pinned back. So there's a hole there, so you can see underneath. You can see my hair. You can see the.
We can order a new one.
Yeah, maybe we probably someday. Yeah, whatever. But Cher was a lot of work. I have to admit that long hair. Whoa. Was long work. And not only odds that Snoop's hair is pretty long.
Maybe
too.
we should get Cher, and I can give it to Jordan to bring to his lady to have her braid it.
And then I'd have okay. Maybe we'll do something like that. That would totally be worth it because then she could braid it out and I could have all these cool braids. I never thought to think maybe I could just put 2 braids on share, and I'd still be able to flip it.
Mhm.
Yeah. Except it's
And you could put a baseball cap on.
and then I could put a baseball cap and put it through
Yeah.
the back of it. I don't know though. This hole over here might show because
Not with the baseball cap on.
Maybe not. I have to play with it. Maybe I'll take it on vacation.
All right, we are really.
Oh my gosh,
off
we are
kilter.
so over here. I'm so sorry.
Well, we're also way off.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does anybody know when Rhinebeck is?
Nobody answered.
Nobody answered our Rhinebeck question.
I think Rhinebeck. I can get my phone out.
No, that's okay.
I think it's next weekend. I think it's one of the last.
Are any of you guys going to Rhinebeck?
SAF is coming up right now. It's right now. This weekend.
This weekend?
Okay, so it's this weekend is Rhinebeck because SAF is coming up, and I think maybe that's next weekend.
Okay.
SAF is the one in Asheville.
Mm-hmm.
Southern Arts Fiber Festival, which we did a few years ago, and it was really, really fun. SAF is, it's this weekend too. Oh my God, Elaine, you were really up on all these. SAF is fun. If you ever get a chance to
Why would they do that on the same weekend? That's just stupid.
Well, yeah, because places like Miss Babs and
Yeah.
some of the other ones and Leading Men and Brenda and Heather and those guys, they all fiber seed, they need to decide which one they're going. Maybe it doesn't always fall that way. Maybe this year it just fell that way. Well, next weekend they wouldn't want to do it because it's too close to Halloween, maybe. It is the third weekend in February, in October, February. I'm talking about February already. I'm not even in October. Not even November. This is crazy. I just get so confused.
Yeah, you are confusing.
Is that Rhinebeck? New York Sheep and Wool Festival?
Yeah.
Is it Rhinebeck because it's in Rhinebeck, New York?
Yeah.
I thought it was Rhinebeck Festival.
No, it's New York Wool and Sheep and Wool Festival, but it's in Rhinebeck.
Well, I've heard through the grapevine that it's a wonderful place to go. But
it is.
You do get very, very overwhelmed.
Oh, it's
because it's massive amounts of
it's visual overload. You literally get it's sensory overload.
I think SAF is the one Leading Men go to. I don't think SAF Leading
Men was at
maybe someplace else. They were in Cordon for a while last time.
The time when I went to Rhinebeck, they were at the thing the day before Rhinebeck started.
And then they left.
I don't know if they left or not.
Oh.
But there's the pre-Rhinebeck, and it's somewhere else. I can't remember what it's called, but where the people who are waiting, because there's a wait list for dyers to get into Rhinebeck. Somebody has to leave Rhinebeck.
So it's sort of like the one in Scotland, the Edinburgh Fiber Festival. There's one in Edinburgh, and there's also one in Spain. Those two are the two big ones in Europe, and they have waiting lists and waiting lists and waiting lists.
So Rhinebeck has a waiting list for, Indie Untangled. Thank you.
That's it.
So Leading Men was at Indie Untangled, which I actually enjoyed more. I liked Indie Untangled.
Leading Men is at SAF. Perfect.
I liked Indie Untangled. I think I liked better than actual Rhinebeck itself.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was smaller.
I enjoyed SAF.
Still lots and lots of vendors.
Yeah. I enjoyed SAF when we were down there. It was wonderful. It was a rainy weekend. But I enjoyed it, but I have to admit I did get very overwhelmed. It was like looking through wallpaper books. After a while, all the colors started blended together and you forgot where to go and what to do. But I was so new at it, and I don't think now it would bother me quite as much.
See, I bought all the yarn that I bought when we went to Rhinebeck. When Tori and I went to Rhinebeck, the only yarn that I bought was at Indie Untangled.
Mm-hmm.
At Rhinebeck, I bought the animals, the felt animals.
Yeah, Rhinebeck.
Yeah. And the chicken navigator.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got those there, and I got, some Rhinebeck
Yeah. Kind of
memorabilia
type
things. But I didn't buy any yarn at Rhinebeck itself.
Really?
Bought it all on Indie Untangled.
Indie Untangled has it's a good website. I have to admit, I've been very restrained because she puts up all these great pictures and then you go visit the shop and then you're like, oh my God, I got to have it. And then I ordered it and then I don't know what to do with it. There was a lot left.
There was probably 50 vendors there at Indie Untangled.
Okay. Ashley said 2 years ago she went with her BFF and they only went to New York Sheep and Wool because we went to PA before that to visit the Amish. It was overwhelming. I still haven't really bought yarn since.
Yeah,
Ashley, you need to buy more yarn.
It's totally overwhelming. It's an experience though. If you haven't gone and you have the ability to go,
and you're in the neighborhood.
And you're in the neighborhood, I think it's worth a check mark off the bucket list sort of thing.
Right. Same thing with SAF.
Yeah.
Same thing down to thing, except
but an annual thing, no, I can't.
In Asheville, we drove. Granted, we
Not
went
necessary.
to Knoxville to share halfway, which was great. But I drove all the way home, and I said next time I'll fly to Charlotte, and then I'll drive from Charlotte because it's only 3 hours. Because I'm not a driver. I don't like to sit in the car for like 8 hours or anything like that. So SAF is definitely, and like she said, Rhinebeck, I haven't done. But sometimes it's really good. Like YarnCon, we always keep saying we're going to go. We never get to the one in Chicago, even though that's like amazing. So maybe next year.
The what one in?
YarnCon.
YarnCon. I went to Vogue in Chicago.
Yeah. That one wasn't very good. That was when Vogue was doing pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And I don't think now the one in Columbus, which was new, and that was right before like 19, right before.
I mean,
COVID.
I'd rather go to our local ones here than that Vogue one that we did.
Hoosier,
yeah.
The one in Franklin is great. Yeah. We have some really pretty good ones. Yeah. But see, we have Brenda and Heather, and we have Leading Men around here. And so we have really cool things that we can get our hands on. And
yeah, we really need to let you guys go though.
Yeah, we really do, because it's been an hour and 20 minutes, and that's not fair to you to be listening to us for this long. And I bet half the people in the beginning are long gone. I've moved on. They're over there making lunch.
These two ladies keep squirreling on us. I don't know where they are anymore.
Yeah, they've totally given up on us. So I'm in Rome, and I will send her pictures. If she posts them, fine. That she doesn't, that's fine too. And you never know what I might find. I'll be in Cartagena, Spain, in Funal on Madeira Islands, the Azores, and Grand Turk. And believe it or not, I really haven't looked up yarn shops. Haven't looked up where the yarn shops are. I was just going to let Gail find them.
There you go.
Because usually she finds them, and then she gets all bent out of shape when I buy stuff. I said, well, then don't point them out to me.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
But that's how it is. So you guys all take care and have a good, safe Halloween.
Yeah.
And be careful with the weather changing and all this stuff. And be careful when you're out and about on Halloween.
My gosh, stop.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Have a good all
that. Oh, yeah. Wait, it's not a touch screen,
screen,
Karen. I know. See, but she just said bye. She didn't even tell me.
Bye, guys.
Bye.